Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Gamers with Gains. I'm the epic Jake James Lugo. Here's another helpful video for you guys. This time I'm going to be talking about stretching to help improve your gaming skills and help your gaming sessions out a little bit. Now, if you're like me, and again, you're like every other gamer out there, every time that you hold your controller, you're always like this in this type of position. You're moving around with your thumbs, your fingers, hitting all the different types of buttons on here. I'm using a PlayStation controller just for the sake of example. Pretty sure some of you guys probably have an Xbox controller, if not a Wii U Pro controller or any other system that you're playing with most of the time. But you're moving your hands around, you're hitting all kinds of buttons and whatnot, and your hands, as you can see, are fixed in one particular position. They kind of get stuck like that, and they get a little bit stifled sometimes. I know I have it sometimes here and there, especially when I'm playing long RPGs. Same thing also goes, okay, again, just for sake of example, I'm going to use a PlayStation Vita, but I also have a 3DS here. Again, if you have a handheld, you're stuck in one position right here. You're moving around to every type of buttons, and in this particular case, the PS Vita position will be kind of like this, but some people hold it like this, and you're kind of stuck in that static position with your hands. And your hands start to cramp up, and sometimes, especially even if you hold a keyboard, because I know a lot of you PC gaming guys out there, your hand gets a little bit cramped up, and sometimes you suffer from what's called carpal tunnel. That happens over time when you're kind of fixated in one particular position or doing one particular type of movement with a particular type of your body. And mostly, a lot of people get carpal tunnel in the hands. Again, from gaming, from doing different stuff, being on a keyboard all day, every day, for like 8 hours plus sometimes. But there's a way to kind of, minimize that. There's a way to kind of like, prevent that from happening, especially for you guys that game in long sessions. It's stretching of the hands. Different stretches, which you could do to actually alleviate the pressure and the kind of like stress that's going on in your hands and make your hands and your fingers a little bit much more dexterous and a little bit more comfortable as you play your games, no matter what system or platform that you're on. Even for the guys that actually had those arcade sticks, the Mad Catz arcade sticks, or the Championship Edition or the Tournament Edition arcade sticks for stuff like Street Fighter, like, Mortal Kombat, Tekken. A lot of you guys are kind of stuck in this position. I don't have an arcade stick to show you, but you guys got your hand right here on the actual stick, moving around, and you got your fingers right here, kind of like being stuck in this position right here. You're kind of going like that. So, to help out with this, here are a couple stretches that you could do with your hands. They're very, very simple. You could do it anywhere, whether you're at home, on the go, on the bus or whatnot. Here's what you could do, okay? Very, very simple, very, very easy to do. You take your hand, right? There's a couple stretches you could do. One of the things that people like to do is to spread out their hands really wide open or whatnot, spread out the little gaps in between their fingers, like that so, okay? But going off from that, you want to be able to have good full range of motion with your hand and be able to have a comfortable range of motion with your hand. So, with this, from this position here, take your hand, go into a fist. Now hold that there for a couple of seconds. It could be anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. Well, now some people are a little bit longer than others, but you want to be able to feel your actually grip tightening a little bit. You don't want to kind of like crush the air or crush your hand, okay? But you want your thumb over your fingers as such, like this, to be kind of, crunched up into a fist. Then, when you're done after that, open it up as wide as you can. You're not only stretching out the gaps in between your fingers, okay, but you're alleviating the stress and getting that full range of motion with your hands, okay? Do it again. Go into a fist position. Hold it there for a certain amount of time, like such. Again, you feel the grip through your hand. You're not super, super tight, but just tight enough to actually make that actual fist. And then open it up again. Wide open, again, so you can stretch out your hand as such. You could do this a couple times. Some people like doing it about 3-4 times, more if you need to. You don't really have to, but it's a good way and easy way to do that. Now, another way to stretch for your hands, okay? I'm going to use my same hand here, even though my hand's already dexterous as it is. With your fingers, very, very simple. You don't want to do this with a lot of pressure, but you want to do it very simple. You take your fingers, right? You have them all spread out like this, and just pull your finger back lightly. Again, you don't want to pull your finger like to snap your finger up, because otherwise you won't be able to play your games. You would just want to pull it back lightly, hold it for like a couple seconds like that to feel the stretch from your finger all through here leading into your palm. It's not only going to open up your palm, but it's also going to make your little kind of gaps here in your fingers feel a little bit much more alleviated, a little bit much more stretched out and warmed up. You do this with each one of your fingers as such. You do that, hold it there, okay? You move on to the next finger. Do the same thing, okay? You don't have to do it as fast as what I'm doing it now, but again, hold it for at least a good couple seconds, 5 seconds usually at least, like that such. Again, it's opening up your hands, making it much more dexterous, making your fingers a little bit more warmed up. Again, do the same thing with the thumb, as you guys can see here. Not super a lot of pressure, but just enough to actually make it feel warmed up, feel a little bit much more opened up. That's going to open up all this section here with your palms. It's going to make your hand feel a little bit much more movement like this. You see how my hands can move easier like this? A lot of you guys that ever played Guitar Hero or Rock Band like doing this a lot on the fretboard. Makes it a lot easier. A lot of you guys that play fighting games, you'll be able to do your pianos, you'll be able to do your option selects a lot more easier. You'll feel a lot more better. Another stretch you guys can do, again, real simple, you put your hands together like if you're praying, okay? It's very, very similar to doing each individual finger, and it works out the palms in those same sections, what I showed you. But you kind of go like this. You see a lot of guys, whether you're, again, walking around, you're at a gaming session, a tournament, or you're at a convention or whatnot, do something like this. You push a little bit of pressure to push your fingers back. Again, opening up your palm right here. Like that. Hold it for a couple seconds. Again, not a lot of pressure. You don't need it. You do the same thing on the other side. Same thing. That way it feels a lot more better for you guys. Again, you could do it as many times as you need. I say about 3-4 times at the most. You could do it more if you need to, but you don't have to. Again, once you do these types of stretches, guys, okay, especially before and even after your gaming session, and even in between when you take little breaks here and there, your hands are going to feel a lot more better. You're not going to feel so crunched up in your hands. You're not going to feel and hear a lot of crunching as you move your fingers like that. You guys notice, even going up here, you don't hear that. I know the mic might not pick it up, but you won't hear anything like that. I know some guys that I've kind of went out and to different conventions with, play games together. They actually, every once in a while, when they're playing, you know, where they're holding a controller or a stick or whatnot, when they're done, you could see them kind of go like this or whatnot, and you hear the crackling of their actual bones, or like the muscles are just so stiffed up, whatnot. You start hearing that. You can hear from a distance, which is really, really scary. But do these stretches. Hope they help work out for you guys. Let me know in the comment section if they'd helped you out during your gaming sessions, and send your questions to me. Put them in the comments below or send it to me over Twitter. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace out. Stay epic, everybody.